Yo! What's up, everybody? This is Ominous, live from the 90s, apparently. Doing episode 176 of Ominous Designs. I still really want to say the backlog. I've done more of those episodes recently. We're doing something special tonight. It's an improvised episode because I do have to go out for travel next week, so I'm kind of scrambling and putting an episode together right now, but it's gonna be fine. You're gonna see it's gonna be fun. Cards from last week are Mana Sink. We had the name already, the illustration. I probably didn't do it live. It got real received. I think it's a great card. I do like it. Laughter Pact. Nice imagery as well. Just about as well received, just slightly less than Mana Sink, but you know, good times. Nothing much to see, nothing much to say there. Nobody told me. Somebody said it's not fun to try and not laugh, which I happen to find. I happen to find it to be a fun game, as long as it only lasts for a turn. Tonight, we're improvising a set that's going to be a cycle. That's going to be an aftermath cycle again, as hinted by the title. You probably guessed. This denomination of the little / means back to basics. So the idea is, and let me remind you that I wanted to do a quick episode. The idea is, what if we are trying to do the cards that are already called something to something else? And the really interesting one that I thought of right away is Ashes to Ashes, because Ashes to Ashes is even more funny because it actually is the same word. So Ashes to Ashes is 1 black sorcery, exile 2 target non-artifact creature. Ashes to Ashes deals 5 damage to you, and that's it. I used to love this card when I was quite a bit younger, and I enjoyed playing black suicide decks. Regardless of was it good or not, I couldn't tell you. I think it's pretty fine, but 5 life is a lot. So we're gonna do Ashes to Ashes, and the way we're gonna do this, so disclaimer, this is not, obviously those are not the same card to begin with, but they're also never going to be functionally the same, because even if I could split the effect in 2, you could still do the 2 separately, or mill the card and do the second one. Impossible to do exactly, but we can have fun with this. So Ashes, and also Ashes. I'm thinking I want to split the cost with the higher part. Oh no, I think for Ashes I wanted to augment the cost. So what I wanted to do is do sorcery, obviously. I'm still going to emulate as close as I can from the card, perhaps balancing it off a little bit. It's kind of going to depend on the mood and the card, what I can do. Can I split it exactly in the middle, or can I pretend that I keep the flavor? The real reason is I don't want to split the 5 life in 2, and also I don't want to split the cost in 2. Because if you split 1 black into exile a card, lose 3, exile a card, exile a creature, lose 3, exile a creature, lose 2. The one where you lose 2 life is actually a little bit too good. Yeah. Even if I could do, what I could do is exile a card, lose. Oh, wait a second. No, all of them would still be too good. So exile target non-artifact creature. Ashes. I'm gonna do squiggly. Ashes deals. So let's say the front is gonna be doing like 3 maybe, and then what we could do is same with 2 damage. This time, maybe that's acceptable if you pay 2. No, that's the thing. Yeah, it's just not really. I mean, exile a creature, lose 2 life. That's a little too good, isn't it? Yeah, it's gotta be too good. It's gotta be too good. So that's why. So that's why for this one, can't really split it in the middle. That's how I would do it. Illustration and copyright and blah blah so on. Credits, I mean, will be done later on. So that's the gist of what we'll do. So let's see what we can do with that. I'm gonna show you. Let's have a quick look. Back to basics is actually a thing that could be fun. The problem is it's very hard to split in the middle. Non-basic lands don't untap during their controller's untap steps. Plus it's an enchantment actually, so it's not really a spell. Destroy all enchantments. I thought of doing Back to Nature where you could destroy all enchantment twice. Unfortunately, destroy everything twice is actually extremely powerful. So no. Bone to Ash also would be very interesting because it's got 2 effects. Problem here is is it completely destroyed the meaning of the card if you split the effects. Countering a spell, like, what do? You do 1 blue basically, and then I could do 1 blue counter a spell and then an extra blue draw a card potentially, but that would just make for a card that's pretty good into a card that's sort of busted. It's actually not impossible. Oh, I think one of the things that one of the reasons I disregarded the thing right away is that it's called also Ash. Yeah. Those are not very dividable very easily because it's an instant pump spell. So unless I want to divide into a white that does, maybe I could do that. A white that does +1/+1 maybe indestructible, and another white that does +1/+1 indestructible. But that would still change the meaning by quite a bit. So Call also disregarded because Call exists, but what would that do? Target to its controller draws a card. Oh yeah, and also I cannot really refer, for the second part I cannot refer its controller if the creature was in the first part of the card. So let's see the one I put aside for us. Reduce to dreams, return all artifacts and enchantment to the owner's hands. Yeah, so we'll play with that. First, we did ashes to ashes. We're gonna do dust to dust. I think that's really only fair. This one will definitely be more powerful split in 2, but I think that's worth it. I think it's pretty cool because it's exiling 2 as well as ashes to ashes. So we're going to exile 2, but we're going to do it separately. And I also think even if in the... well, actually I'm not sure yet. So dust and dust. So 1 white, exile target artifact. I should have just typed it. Exile target artifact. Do we create? Do we change the cost or do we keep it the same? Because here, pay 2 exile an artifact, not so great. Being able to do it a second time, fine. Is it needed? I don't think so. So I think this one would be good. Would be actually definitely better. But it's not even what's his name? Oh, I did it last week. The enchant, the double color fuse card, not fuse card, flashback card. God damn me. I almost have it. I almost have it. It's an Innistrad card. It's red. It says destroy target artifact. It's Ancient Grudge, isn't it? Just when I typed it all. Yeah, and I was gonna say, and on top of that, I'm gonna have made a mistake. Ancient, I could have typed the whole thing. Ancient Grudge. Instant, destroy an artifact, and then another one, destroy an artifact, instant as well. It's 2 colors, but still, like, I think we can pull it in white. Obviously, white isn't really the color to do that anymore, but it's a callback, so what gives? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Moving on, I have for us Bash 2 Bits. I present to you Bash 2 Bits. Destroy target artifact. Oh, actually, that's kind of lame, but it's fine. Yeah, we're doing a cycle. We're having fun tonight. Bash 2 Bits. Destroy target artifact. Flashback. Destroy target artifact. I'm not even gonna be overthinking this thing. I'm gonna go straight to it, and I'm gonna go destroy. This one is just very bad compared to the first one, but it's referential humor. If you don't like referential humor, you're probably gonna hate this series of cards, because now I just want to, in the example of this one, my purpose is not really to my purpose is not really to fix the card in any way, shape, or form. My purpose is to show you, hey, look at that. We can do exactly the same card. Bash 2 Bits, destroy target artifact, flashback, which actually happens to be just about the exact same. See, destroy target artifact. Oh, it's an instant. Oh, there's always that. 4, and then you do it again for 6, instant speed. What gives? Same card. I forget. I think there is no other difference. I don't even think flashback is referenced. Like things like not Ancient Grudge. The thing that deals damage when you cast things from the graveyard. It doesn't say when you do flashback. It just says when you cast from graveyard. So most things that reference flashback would probably trigger when you do aftermath as well. And here is that. And those cards are very, very fast to make on day, because we are really just deciding 2 little things, and then everything is ready for us. Even the illustrations will be easy. Moving on with Consigned to Dust. So this one is also kind of funny, because I'm also going to not try and make it better in the intent of almost exactly reproducing the card. So what's gonna happen here is we're gonna have Consign Dust. Oh, Dust was already there. That's unfortunate. I'm not gonna look back and fix that. That's fine. We'll just do another Dust card, and it's gonna say destroy any number. Oh, weird. Really? Okay. I didn't remember that Strive was worded that way. It lets you pick the targets, and then it says destroy any number. Is that how it was printed? Destroy any number. Okay. All right. Cool. I never paid attention to this. That's fine. So it's just going to be destroy target artifact or enchantment. We're trying to make a cycle. I will give you that this gets kind of repetitive. But you know what? I'll tell you what. Well, we'll have a quick look if we can get a better one than this one, because I do start to realize that we have this exile artifact, destroy artifact, destroy enchantment or artifact. It's you know, Konsai. That's pretty funny. Let's have a quick look. Gatherer. Can I just go back and add green? Ship. Let's see if I can type into and color. Well, no, actually. Forgive me for a second. So we're going here and we do 2 and we do color green. So let's have a quick look if there is a better candidate. Otherwise it's fine. We're doing 5 card on an episode that's completely improvised. My 2 didn't work. What is going on here? It used to work. What? Oh, it's not the text, it's the name. Okay, back to nature, we saw it. Consigned to dust, we saw it. No to the bone. Quite interesting. It's exactly the same as that other flashback card that we were looking at earlier. Return to the earth, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. This one only does 1, so that would be hard. Time to feed. We could do that maybe. I'm not sure. Toil to renown. You gain 1 life to each artifact, creature, and land you control. The tribute to the wild. Put in sacrifice an artifact or enchantment. Turn to dust. It's a dust again. Destroy target artifact. Add 1 to the mana pool. We could actually make that into a double card, but it will also be a dust one, and it would also destroy an artifact. Do you want to do No to the Bone instead? It's actually pretty darn like it doesn't matter, does it? I'm gonna do No to the Bone. So what we do is instead we say this, and then we say this, and then this is called No. I don't know how to pronounce No, and this is the Bone, which is the best name for a card ever. That's all I have to say about it. We are moving on to our final card, which is the blue that I already mentioned. This is reduced to dreams. So return all artifact and enchantment to their owner's hands. That's gonna be let's do that. I copied the text already. Return all artifacts. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna split that into enchantments and artifacts. So I want to do enchantments first, and that's kind of debatable. The idea here is that in most cases it's not gonna be looted, and I do prefer it if the cheapest, the first thing that you have access to supposedly more easily, I prefer if that's not the artifact removal, because in high power formats this is more important to destroy artifacts, so I don't want to make the card too enabled. Artifacts, it's hard to look at it sideways. So that's a sorcery, and that's a sorcery. Oh, stop it. That's a sorcery too, and return all enchantments is gonna be, it's probably gonna be slightly overcosted, so that it's not, well, actually no. I was gonna say overcosted, but not really, because still, if you mill the artifact card, I still want it to be harder to benefit from. So it's still going to cost you 3, and I think that might be more reasonable. And reduce to dreams, I suppose, is going to be a rare. Might as well do the same as the original, reduce dreams. That's about it. So Not to the Bone was a common. Bash to Bits, it was an uncommon, but I really can't I don't have the heart to make that an uncommon. Dust to Dust, very good question. It was probably a It's an old card, tell you what it is. It's an uncommon, I guess. So I'm assuming it's the same as the black one. I would assume. Dust to dust. Dust to dust. Dust to dust. Yes, that was a... I guess that was a common in the dark, but then it was an uncommon afterwards. And that's about it. That's about it. We'll put the illustrations in sometime soon. That was a fun exercise. That was kind of for fun. That wasn't really a very serious episode, but I enjoyed it. I think it's interesting. It's at least interesting. It's fascinating for card nerds. Hopefully that'll be a giggle. Thanks for watching then. I will be posting this next week, in the middle of yeah, sort of somewhere around the 11th or something like that, Wednesday. Okay, thanks for watching. See you for episode 177 of Ominous Designs. It's been Ominous for Responsible Gaming. See you next week. Play responsibly.